Very pumped to be joined by a guy in his second year at Denver, but third year playing college hockey, leading all defensemen in Division One with 37 points on the season. A former Cedar Rapids Roughrider, a San Jose Sharks prospect, and Hobie Baker, top 10 finalist. The hilarious Eric Pohlkamp. I mean, man, I'm so excited to talk to you. I got to meet you at the Frozen Four last year. I know it's a big week for you guys. We're recording just a couple days before the NCHC championship game. You guys are taking on Minnesota Duluth. How are the vibes? Everything cool, calm, and collected? What's been going on this week at Denver?
Yeah, it's been a lot exciting. Actually, we're in finals week in school, but no, I think this Saturday's game's gonna be super excited to have home ice, really. And then the
Mhm.
NCHC, like my first year in Bemidji, we played the final game at our home site. So no, it's gonna be a blast. I think hopefully our students stay around because it's spring break next week. But no, it should be really exciting.
I got to imagine they will. The Denver Pioneers fans always travel in packs. I mean, they're pretty loyal there. So hopefully the crowd is pretty good. But I want to talk about you specifically, Eric. You've had a monstrous season. And when you're at Denver, that's pretty much expected, right? So have you felt any significant differences for your game between this year and last year?
Honestly, like nothing too crazy. I think for me personally, like last year, just squeezing the stick a little more compared to this year. I think it's just been kind of more relaxed, just getting your pucks through, getting your shots through. Yeah, I think every day, nothing really out of the ordinary, but just enjoying it. It's so fun here in Denver. I absolutely love it here. The it's gorgeous today. It's 85 degrees. So,
Really?
oh yeah,
85.
yeah. I mean, sunny every day, and the golf courses are awesome out here. So, I mean, there's so much to do, and no, you really can't complain when you're living out here.
Do you feel like you've matured a lot? Obviously going from a sophomore to a junior in college, it's a big step in being an upperclassman. Have you felt yourself off the ice change at all?
Not really much. Just probably the school, just probably the school part. You kind of got to dial it in here a little more.
Uh-huh.
But nothing, nothing really I can think of. No, we've got a really good group here. I think being an older guy too, like people say about the pressure, I don't think you really ever feel it at Denver.
Mhm.
I think the coaching staff here and the guys around you do such a great job. So, no, like I said before, it's fantastic out here, and I can't complain at all.
Well, going back to your USHL days, I remember last year you told me the story about how you didn't originally make
Yeah.
Cedar Rapids out of main camp, but you may have talked yourself onto that roster. I'm kind of curious if you can share that story again.
Yeah, so when I first got drafted, I was in the futures draft, and I don't know when you're 16, 15, you're real young.
Yeah.
And both actually my brothers played in the USHL. One played at Fargo, and one played at Sioux Falls, and they won a Clark Cup that year. So I've been around the USHL, and at that age too, my brothers were probably 20, 20. They were older, so we
Mhm.
played in the USHL, and I was 16 when I got drafted. I was thinking like, all right, I'm going right in the USHL. My brothers played like I'm good. I'm just as good as them. So my first like main camp, it was in Minneapolis, so 2 hours from my hometown. And we have the camp, whatever, and you're going to look at your name for like the All-Star team.
Mhm.
And I go in, like I don't see my name, and I'm just furious. Like, are you kidding me? I think because you have to pay for your first year at main
Yeah.
camp, and I'm like I didn't make the main camp. I mean All-Star team. Like I paid all this money. Like I'm so worked up. Like I
Mhm.
thought for sure I was making this team, and so we leave whatever we have for like our exit meetings with the draft picks, Mark Carlson, and I go in there and I just absolutely give it to him. It's like I can't believe I didn't make this team. Like I travel all this, which isn't even bad. Try it's a 2 hour drive.
Yeah,
Like
it's a nothing.
guys are flying in from all over to make to play on this team, and it's like, yeah, I can't believe I didn't make the All Star team. Whatever, just gave it to him, and he just kind of shook his head at me like I understand like all this, and then I left. And as soon as I get in my car, I'm driving home, and he gives me a call and he's like, hey, like I want to talk to you, like finish the conversation. So I drive back, get in the meeting. He's like, yeah, I put you on the team. And I think the team had like 8 defensemen, which it should have been like 6 or 7. Like it shouldn't have been a lot of defensemen. And I played a couple shifts, and then after, like apparently he called my agent after. He's like, yeah, I kind of like this guy. So but I have so many good Mark Carl. Like it was such a good learning experience my first year.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really know what I was getting. Like I knew kind of what I was getting myself into, but you don't really know. And like I have another good story too on Mark. So this was my first year in the USHL, and so it's a couple years later after that incident. But no, we the first week, Mark hands out like a sheet, like, hey, like what your parents do, get to know your sheet.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there at my billet house. I bring the sheet home, and I'm nervous. Like I don't really know my billets at all. I'm looking for like a writing utensil. I don't have any, and I dig in my bag and I find a pink highlighter. I'm like, okay, perfect. This is great. So I write in the whole sheet pink highlighter, and I mess up a question, and like scribble it out. Like it looks awful, but to me, I was
Awful,
like, oh, this is
awful. I can
perfect.
imagine it.
This is great. Like I'm just gonna turn this in. So I turn the sheet in. He calls me out in front of the whole team. Like, are you crazy? Like this is ridiculous. Like made everyone else do it again. But it was so like those moments, like looking like when you're in the moment, you're like, oh my, like I feel awful.
Yeah.
But those are just such moments that are so good for you, and you learn from them. And I'm not ever again writing pink highlighters. So no, it's such a big learning curve for me there. And my second year was just so much more comfortable out there, and on and off the ice, you get to know the guys, and
Mhm.
no, it was so good for me at the time.
I mean, looking back, that's the stuff that everyone remembers, right? I'm
Right.
sure the guys, bust you about that all the time. And I actually spoke to one of your former teammates from Cedar Rapids the other day, Jack Musa.
Uh-huh.
That team was loaded with guys who are now making big names for themselves. You, Jack, Tyson Gross, Ryan Walsh.
Mhm.
How much fun was that season of junior hockey and leading you into college hockey with like that type bond?
Yeah, I mean, like played in the Spangler Cup. I think we had
Yeah.
5 guys or 6. Like it was a lot of guys on that team, and everyone's like, "How do you guys know each other?" I was like, "Oh, Cedar Rapids." So, I mean, I do look back at that team. I'm like, "Holy cow!" Like we were really good. Like our power play. I Ryan Walsh to my left, Tyson Gross to the right, Ritzkovian in the middle,
Wow.
Kraft. Like it's just a lot of really good players that I played with, and at the time you're like, you don't realize how good these guys are in college, what they're doing now, and
Mhm.
it was such a fun group. And Mark really does get the most out of you. He squeezes every bit, every ounce you have in you. No, it's just such a good place to play, and the town's great. My billets, I'm super close to my billets to this day. My billet bar is one of my closest friends. So
Wow, that's awesome.
it's a great city, great rink, like Cowbells. It's fantastic.
Was that Spangler Cup trip unlike anything you've ever experienced in your life? I mean, that
It
was
was,
so cool to watch.
yeah. I got plenty of stories from there, but it was unbelievable. Like I honestly like I would go back there just as a fan to experience it. Like
Really? Wow.
how I would describe it, like the fans, it was almost like if they brought like 100 bachelor parties to this place. Like it was just diehard fans, and my parents got to come on. They're older too, and they were hesitant on going out. It was kind of
Mhm.
not really last minute because I got chosen pretty early, but no, it's so gorgeous there. Like it honestly is just like a constant like party around the whole city. Like everyone loves it. Like everyone loves you too. And they always
Yeah,
it's funny out there too. Like they always referred to us as like the US boys, like all the boys.
that's
Like
cool.
they always thought like we're little kids almost.
You guys became like fan favorites, it seemed like.
Right.
You
Oh
weren't
yeah.
the
Like our
rival. Yeah.
merchandise sold out in that first day or the second day. And like every time people were, oh my God, the USA boys, like they just kind of they thought we were 15, 16 years old. Where
Yeah.
no, in that group too, like I didn't really know like how it was gonna all work out. Like obviously everyone kind of knows each other.
Mhm.
You've heard of each other, play college hockey before, but like how close we got in that, oh gosh, I don't even know what it was, like a week and a half. It was so quick. We had 3 practices, and we had to assemble a team. It was such a cool team, and a unique experience too. And you're coming the top players from each college team. We set out like no, there's no egos there.
Mhm.
It was such a cool experience too. And I could probably tell you more stories off camera, but it
Yeah, we
was
got more time, another
yeah,
time.
yeah. It was just such a cool experience. I'm sure if you asked any other guy, like they would say the same exact thing.
Yeah, Moose had a lot of good things to say about it too. But to tie in like your junior career with where you're at right now too, like I want to tie it all together. That second year in Cedar Rapids, you I think led all defensemen in scoring that year as well, right? 51 points. And where you're at right now, you're kind of doing the same thing in college hockey. Does it feel the same, like your confidence level, like where you were in that second year, kind of where you are right now? I know the play is much different and much harder in college, but you as a person, like, do you feel the same that you did that year?
Yeah, I think like, this is my second year at Denver. It was my second year in Cedar Rapids. I think you're just so much more comfortable about your surroundings. What your coach wants. What how your teammates are, what they expect. So I think like if I compare like this year to my Cedar Rapids team, same exact thing. Like I came in my first year at Denver, I just felt like so. It is a whole different experience. Like coming in, like I just felt like like just so awkward, and like I didn't really know how stuff was going to work out. And like on the ice too, you're doing new systems, you're doing
Mhm.
dots. It's just different. And And then your second year, you come in, you're like, okay, I know what to expect. I know, kind of what my role is. I know, the guys around me, the coaching staff. It's just so much more comfortable for me personally, and you can kind of jump right in the water. Right? You don't have to dip your toes. So I think just comparing, those 2 years, it's your second year is just so much better and so much overall, and no, really happy where I'm at, and that second year in the Cedar Rapids definitely helped me.
And getting as far as you guys did last year, right? Reaching the Frozen Four semifinals in what was a really tough game against Western Michigan. Was that something that like you look at now and it still angers you? Is it something that you're happy you experienced? Like, are you even over it yet? Where are you guys at with that from last year?
Yeah, I mean, like going back to I say the Cedar Rapids, we lost to Youngstown, who won it all that year. My freshman year at Bemidji State, we lost in the conference championship game to make the NCAA tournament. We won the regular season that year. It was a letdown that year. And last year, coming in when they won in 2024, you have the expectations. You see all the guys with the tattoos on their, their ribs, their legs, or whatever. And then the locker room too, like it's you can't miss it. All the national championships they've won here, you see it everywhere. Everywhere you look, they're celebrating the national championships. So I think, last year, we lost to Western Michigan in the conference championship game, and then we lost them in the Frozen Four, and they deserved it. They had a heck of a year. And it was definitely a tough pill to swallow, but, it fuels the fire for this year. And, that's something when you come to Denver, you obviously want to win a national championship too. I think, they won 2017, 22, 24. So you look back then and like a lot of guys won a national championship here. So, it'd be fantastic to be my turn to win one, and I'm the guys in that room. So, no, it's definitely like the standard here. Every day, it's a standard. So you try to strive for it and get the closest you can.
Kind of curious, like as the season goes along here, I'm sure, you're hearing some noise with San Jose and expectations, and I don't want to put that pressure on you right now, but how often are you communicating with, the San Jose brass, and, are they keeping in touch with you weekly? Obviously, with the success you've had, the team's had, I imagine there's a lot of communication.
Yeah, I think they do a really fantastic job, and they kind of just let me play. I mean, obviously, I have your play development guy, and they come in and watch a couple games. They're like, hey, I wish you, start doing this a little more. Watch your gap here, your stick place, and they're not too pushy too. So like, or DC David Carl, he's got his systems he wants us to do, and they're not telling us, you gotta, make this play or slow the game down more. They're not saying that stuff. They're very relaxed with it, and they get it. So. And David Carl does a great job here. Like our NHL teams, like they don't really. He kind of says like, "Hey, like we're in playoffs here. Like let us do our thing and just minimize the communication and let us play and let her do our thing. And then after the season, we'll talk." So no, I think that's a great job. They do a great job with that, and kind of all that kind of works.
Well, Eric, I appreciate your time. Always fun talking to you. Hopefully, I'll see you in Vegas in a couple weeks. All right, go get that NCHC championship.
That'd be awesome. Thank you very much.